Good morning, class. We will continue with our integration as we started in the previous class. We discussed about the integration, and let me give you the small recap. When we write down here, this is the symbol of integration, and here, if we write down fx dx, it means we are integrating the function which is in terms of x with respect to x. So the function which has to be integrated, that function is called integrand, and the variable, the function which the variable in which the function is present, that variable is called, so here x, it is called variable of integration. Variable of integration, right? So when we integrate this function, we are getting a new function f of x, and plus c we always write down, and this c is called constant of integration, constant of integration. And I made the concept very clear why this constant of integration we are writing, and here we will discuss one few more sums so that people can do the exercise easily, right? Already sum number 6 and sum number 7, these are done. So I will start here with sum number 9. Sum number 9 is integral of 2x square plus e raised to power x dx. So as I have told, whenever we have integral of fx plus gx, sum of the functions is given within the integral, we can separate the integral for the individual function. Whether it is addition or subtraction, we can do, just as we know that we can separate the differentiation, similarly we can separate the integration. Okay, so this will be written as integral 2x square dx plus integral of e raised to power x dx. Whether you separate the integral or you do the integration straightforward, it's up to you only. And here also this is constant, it will come outside the integration, and we will get here 2 is outside integral of x square plus integral of e raised to power x. Now how this thing has happened, because we know if I have integral of k into some function dx where this k is constant, right? Some constant is this, then k constant will come outside and integral will be of fx. Okay, one thing is this. Also we have done the formula, if I have integral of x raised to power n dx, this n is some integer or it can be a fraction also, it can be an integer also, right? And then how will we do the integration? It will be, we will increase the power by 1 divided by the increased power plus c. This is another function. So in differentiation we reduce the power, okay, and but in integration, in power is increased by 1 divided by whatever power is increased, that we will write down. So it means when I integrate here x square, instead of n we have 2, then the integral will become x raised to power 3 divided by 3. So here if I continue, it 2 is outside, x square integral will become x raised to power 3 divided by 3 plus integral of e raised to power x is e raised to power x only, and here in the last we will write down c, that is the constant of integration. Because when I solve this integral, I will get one c, when I solve this integral I will get another c, both c are constants. So when I add two constants, again it will be a constant only. So what we will do, we will write down that constant in one step only, that is the last step. Okay, so this is sum number 9. And sum number 10 is sum number 10. What will you do here in sum number 10? It is integral of root x minus 1 by root x whole square. What we will do? We will first of all simplify the function. We will open the square. So it will be a square plus b square minus 2ab. And a square means I will get x plus b square means 1 by x minus 2ab. So root x and root x, they will get cancelled, and our integral will become x plus 1 by x minus 2. This will be your simplified integrand. And I hope you know the integration of x. It will become, the power of x is 1, so when I integrate it will become x square by 2. We know the integration of 1 by x. The integral of 1 by x is log mod x minus 2. The integral of 2 will become 2x. Why so? Because when nothing is there, it is, we can write it as x raised to power 0. Let me show you. When nothing is there, we can always write down. So when nothing is there, like this, if I have integral of 1 dx, or if I say integral of some constant is there dx, so this constant k, and because it is always written as 1 and 1 can be written as x raised to power 0, okay, x raised to power 0 dx, it means this constant is coming outside, and when I integrate x, it will become x raised to power 1 by 1. So that is why whenever no variable is present, only any constant is there, and when we do the integration, x will always come. So the integral of k will be kx, integral of 1 will be x, integral of 2 will be 2x, and so on. Okay, and let us discuss one more sum here. Sum number 11, we will separate the terms, and different integration can be done. Let us do here sum number 13. Sum number 13 is integral of x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 whole divided by x minus 1 dx. Now, till now, no such formula is given if the function is in the rational form, how to integrate. But if you notice here, we can simplify this given function easily. So whenever the integral is there and the function is in the form of rational function, the very first thing that we will do is we will check, can we simplify the function or not. And here if you notice, we can easily simplify it. If I take here x square common, what I will get here, x minus 1. Here also if I take plus 1 common, it is x minus 1 whole divided by x minus 1. It means when I take x minus 1 common from the numerator, I am left with x square plus 1 dx. Because when I take x minus 1 common from the numerator, it will get cancelled with the denominator term, and this will be left. So when we integrate, we know the integration of x square, the power will increase by 1 divided by increased power plus integral of 1 will be x plus constant of integration. So this will be our answer. Okay, so till now we are just using the formula of increasing the power by 1 whenever we have integral x raised to power n formula, or if integral of constant is never 0, integral of constant will be that constant into x. Okay, and simple trig functions now. So let us do the simple trig functions, 1 or 2 sums, so that you people can complete it. Sum number 14, again you will simplify the function, that means root x we will multiply with both the terms. So root x into 1 will be root x, and root x means x power 1 by 2 minus x into root x can be written as x raised to power 3 by 2. So again power rule we will apply, increase the power by 1 divided by increased power. Sum number 15 also same. We will do here sum number 17, and sum number 17 is given integral 2x square minus 3 times sin x plus 5 root x dx. Okay, so if you want, you can separate the integrals. 2 outside, integral of x square minus 3 is constant function, so minus 3 is outside, integral of sin x dx, plus this 5 is constant outside, integral of x raised to power 1 by 2 dx, because root x can be written as x power 1 by 2. Now 2 as such, x square power will increase by 1 divided by increased power minus 3 constant as such, integral of sin x. What is the integral of sin x? Minus cos x. So here it will be minus cos x, because the derivative of sine is cos. Okay, so, and the derivative of cos is sine, integral of cos is sine, so the derivative of cos is minus sine, so the integral of sine will be minus cos x, plus 5 will remain as such. Here also we will increase the power by 1, so 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 divided by increased power 3 by 2, plus 1 time we will write down this constant of integration. So let us rewrite our answer. 2 by 3 x cube plus 3 cos x, and when I simplify I will get here 10 by 3 x root x. Either you write down or you can write down x raised to power 3 by 2 also. So this will be our answer for sum number 17. Okay, sum number 18 is secant x into sum number 18. It is given integral of secant x into secant x plus tan x. Now here is, when I simplify it, what we are getting, it is becoming secant square x plus secant x tan x dx. And when you separate the integral, we know integral of secant square x, that means what is the antiderivative of secant square? Antiderivative means what is the function for which the derivative is secant square, and we know it is tan x, because the derivative of tan is secant square x, so the integral of secant square x is tan x, plus for which function we have the derivative of secant x tan x? It is secant x, because we know the derivative of secant x is secant x tan x, so the integral of secant x tan x is secant x and plus constant of integration. Okay, so for this thing you people should know the formulas. Formulas are mentioned on page number 290 291 of this book, and you people should go through the formulas. When you go through the formulas, write the formulas on one paper and paste it in front of you wherever you sit and do your work, means on your study table, and every day just go through the formulas. It will help you to memorize. You don't need to sit specially to learn the formulas. Automatically the formulas will go to your mind. Okay, similarly sum number 19, sum number 20 also we can do. So let me do here sum number 20, and it is 2 minus 3 sin x divided by cos square x dx. Once again, what we will do, first of all we will separate the terms. It will be 2 upon cos square x minus 3 sin x upon cos square x dx. So if you notice here, I think once again it is the same thing as we are getting, almost same formulas we are getting here. So 2 will come as such. 1 by cos square x means secant square x minus 3 as such. Now we have sin upon cos into cos, so sin by cos will give you tan x, and one cos is left in the denominator, that will be written as secant x dx. And we know integral of secant square x is tan x. This 2 will remain as such, it will be tan x minus 3 is constant, and integral of secant x tan x is secant x plus constant of integration. Okay, so this is how you people can complete your exercise. Hardly few sums are left. most of the sums we have discussed of this exercise, and you people will be able to complete. Sum number 21 and 22, these are MCQs. You have to find the antiderivative of the function. Antiderivative of the function means which function will give you the given function as the derivative. So the original function of the given function you have to find, and by inspection you people will be able to do that. Okay. Now sum number 22, it is given the derivative of function is this such that f of 2 is 0. Then what is f of x? That means you have to find the antiderivative of the function. Okay, let me explain it. What is the meaning of the given thing? It is given f of derivative of f of x is 4x cube minus 3 upon x raised to power 4. Okay, so this side we have derivative, and one more thing is given that f of 0 is 2. Now why this part is given to us? In order to find the function. If derivative is there, I know if I just want the function and I have to eliminate this derivative, so what is the method? I will integrate it, because integration and derivative, they are inverse to each other. So when I integrate the given side, that means given equation, if I integrate both sides, I will get integral of d by dx of fx is equals to integral of 4x cube minus 3 by x raised to power 4 dx. Okay, so what will happen here? I will get only function, because differentiation and integration, they are inverse to each other, so they are cancelled. I am getting here function, and we know how to integrate here. It will become 4 is constant, integral of x cube will become x raised to power 4 by 4 minus, so this 3, okay, let me do one more step. It will become x raised to power minus 4 dx. Okay, so what is left here? We are getting here x raised to power 4 minus 3, and when we do the integration, power will increase by 1. So when the power increases by 1, minus 4 plus 1 become minus 3 divided by increased power plus constant of integration. Okay, so we are left with x raised to power 4 minus minus plus 3 cancelled. So it will be x raised to power 4 plus 1 upon x cube plus c. Now function is having the constant, but if you notice, this c is nowhere in the options. This is the reason this one more condition is given, that f of 0 is 2. Function is calculated. Now we need to find the value of this constant c, that what will be the particular value of c here. So we will use this given condition. We will substitute 0 everywhere and we will equate it to 2, and we are getting the value of c. So let us do that. I am rewriting the function here, and let us see what we are getting. We were having here f of x was x raised to power 4 plus 1 upon x cube plus c, and we will write down also f of 0 is 2. So what is f of 0? Here we will write down, it is, sorry, not f of 0, f of 2 is equal to 0. I am sorry, because if I put 0 it will not be defined. So f of 2 is 0. F of 2 means here 2 raised to power 4 plus 1 upon 2 raised to power 3 plus c, and this is given equal to 0. So 2 raised to power 4 is 16 plus 1 by 8 is equals to minus c. Okay, so when you simplify it, what we are getting here, 128 plus 9 divided by 8 minus of this is equals to the value of c. So the value of c is coming minus 129 divided by 8, and this is your function. So we will write down, therefore f of x will be equals to x power 4 plus 1 upon x cube minus 129 by 8, and I think this is option number A. So what we have done here, first of all we are finding the function, because we have to find the original function, and left hand side is given derivative, right hand side is the function. So in order to remove the derivative, we will integrate both sides. Once the integration is done, we are getting this c, that is the constant of integration, and we have to remove this c because we don't need the function in terms of our this c. So for that, this condition is given here. See here also we have, I have written f of 0, it is given f of 2 is 0. Okay, so we will use this condition that f of 2 is equal to 0. Our function is there, here we will substitute in place of x 2, and when I equate it to 0, we are getting the value of constant, right? So here the exercise is over. I hope the beginning of this integration is clear to all, and you people can complete your exercise now. Whatever sums are left in between, I think 2 or 3 sums are left only after sum number 9. We have done sum number 9, sum number 10 also I told, 11 one sum, 12 second sum, 14 third sum. So 4, 5, 6 or 7 sums are left from this exercise. You people can easily complete the exercise. Okay class, so now let us see what is in the next exercise. So you people can complete the exercise 7.1. In the next class we will start with the next topic, that is now we will be learning the different methods of integration, under which the first topic will be discussed. So thank you class.